Today I'd like to introduce a new section we're affectionately calling footnotes. These are concepts that are starting to collect in my brain that don't really belong in the basics episodes. Maybe it's a concept that needs to be explained more fully, or maybe it's a recipe that's too advanced for the basics, but I'd still like to share. And a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, I was actually a footwear professional. And so that is also near and dear to my heart. So each episode, I'm going to be sure to highlight a pair of footwear in our footnotes episodes.
Today's episode is brought to you by
The hiking boot. If you live in a climate that gets under 5 degrees Celsius, you need one of these. Make sure that it has a waterproof sock and a gusseted tongue. With nice large lugs on the bottom, you can go anywhere in any kind of weather. And when it gets colder, just add those wool socks to it, and you can take it even further. Say down to -15, maybe more. Make sure you've got a hiking boot. You may have noticed in recent episodes of the Basics that my scale has changed. In my first episode, I talked about my back of the scale that had been taped up, and the thing was on its last legs, but it was still running, so I kept it. Well, it died. And like any good North American, what did I do when it died? I went out and bought another one. My cooking style doesn't really survive all that well without a scale, so here we are. And I thought, what better way to inaugurate the purchase of a new scale than to take it for a test run, do a little bit of a science experiment. I've heard it said by a celebrity chef more than once that a pint's a pound the world around. And what that saying is trying to tell us is that water, when measured in volume, is equal to its weight. So let's test that out and see if that's true today. We're going to need a bunch of water and a measuring device that it's going to measure for us in pints, or in this case, I'm going to use ounces because I couldn't find a measuring device with pints in it. We're going to take our measuring device and we're going to set it on our scale before we turn it on, because we want to use the tare function here and zero out the weight of the actual vessel itself. So now turn it on and it should read 0 for you. Make sure that you are also looking at it in the weight of ounces and pounds. Now, I know that a US pint is equal to 16 ounces by weight. So I'm also going to look to fill this up to 16 ounces by volume and see if I end up with a corresponding number. Now remember, 16 ounces by weight in imperial is also 1 pound. So your scale may say 16 ounces or it may just say 1 pound 0.0 ounces. Let's find out how close we get here. Take your water and pour. And I'm going to pour until I get right up to the 16 ounces. I'm going to get down on level with this so I'm not messing up my angle. A little more. Here we go. So my scale here says 1 pound 0.4 ounces. That's pretty darn close for not using exact scientific measurements. So we can now say a pint's a pound the world around. Whoa, 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 hold on here, all you sciencey folk. I know, it's not actually true. A pint is not a pound, it's 1.0 something something exactly. And it's not the same all over the world. Different environmental conditions and such are going to change things. But here, in the kitchen, can we not just say it just for fun? Thank you.